Obaseki, we will comb Edo forests for killer herdsmen. Hello, wonderful people. Governor Godwin Obaseki, the governor of Edo State, has spoken. Recently, besides herdsmen activity all over the nations, in Edo State, it has been something else. The byways, the road that leads to the express that leads to when you're going towards Lagos Ibadan expressway through Benin. I mean, this has been sport that this guys has been standing waiting for people to come through and has been causing a lot of disturbance. What's happening is, there is an Edo citizen, an American Nigerian who came home for Christmas, spent over a month, and was on his way back and was intercepted, himself and his brothers. He was killed. That's just one of the many evil incidents, and they take refuge in the forest area around Edo State. Governor Obaseki is saying, my dear, it's about time. They need to leave. We need to comb our forest. Let's get straight into the news and get all the details. Obaseki, we will comb Edo forest for killer herdsmen. Plans have been concluded by the Edo State governor and the government to flush out killer herdsmen and other criminals from the state's forest. Governor Godwin Obaseki disclosed this on Wednesday when he led head of security agencies in the state to a fact-finding tour to Ogbo community, where some families that lost their loved ones to herdsmen attack resides. Praising the residents for being law-abiding, the governor explained that Edo State people were not against anyone who conduct business in the state legally and lawfully. He said, I am here with the Commissioner of Police, Mr. Philip, and other heads of security agencies in the state to commiserate with you. This is to tell you how sincerely we are sorry of what has been happening, how seriously we will take what has happened in Ogo. We are here first to commiserate with you and to let you know that we feel your pain and that it is a government duty to ensure the safety of the people. We are very concerned and worried. And later, it spoke about the security agencies on ground to fish out killer herdsmen in the area and in the state. We are putting down machineries to ensure that all the areas, the whole state is combed. The whole state forest is combed. I know this is going to be a big task, but we are up to it. I want to thank you for being law-abiding and not taking the laws into your hand. The governor assured the residents of his administration commitment to check activities of killer herdsmen in the community. He added, I want to assure you that our operations will be carried out. I'm very sorry about the numbers of vigilantes we have lost. I see in the community, which means that we have enough information to search out and to know where these people are residing. Of a truth, I tell you, their cup has overflown. It's overflowing and we are ready to comb them out. Anyone who wants to make our state ungovernable and unlawful must not live anymore here. We are governed by laws and we are people who speak and we know exactly what we are doing. If anyone comes on board and wants to live in the state law-abiding, that's not a problem. But if you are going to cause us trouble, it is time for you to leave. We will flush out all the forest area. So my wonderful people, this is what we're just receiving. The message we're just receiving from Edo State governor. The government of Edo State is ready to comb Edo State in and out. Because of the large forest area reserve that is in Edo State, some people have taken it as a yardstick to be hiding in these areas. They are hiding in these areas and they are using it as a hideout to commit more atrocities. They're using it as a hideout to go about, committing untold, harm to people, to residents. This is not done at all. This is where we need to all speak up and make our government be committed to what they need to do. If we keep quiet, the government, because they are protected by battalions of soldiers, do not really understand what the people are going through. That's why what happened recently really did happen when a Southwesterner, talking about the person of Sunday Boho, had to rise up and say enough is enough. This is our father's land. You cannot turn us to become prisoners where we can't speak, we can't move freely. Our daughters, our mothers, our sisters cannot even walk freely. You hold them hostage, you do all kinds of evil, demand ransom. It's not acceptable. Who does that? We hosted you, said we are welcome. You can carry out your business, but you have gone beyond your limits and your bounds. We cannot accept it anymore. The federal government wants to say, some people are saying it's not constitution, it's not constituted. It does not have the authority to evict anybody from the state. Excuse me. If it does not have the constitutional right to evict anybody, I'm not disputing that. You that have the constitutional right, protect the lives and citizens of the people. In your watch, ensure that they are safe. Do the needful, do the necessary, and ensure that people can go about their business, their lives lawfully. People now walk with fear, even in their own homes. How do you reconcile that? How do you, seriously, how do you explain that? And yet we say we have a government. You speak, you can't see that. Can't you see that they are just a bunch of people who do not really even have any influence? They cannot even protect their borders. They cannot say no and stay and say no is no. So what kind of leaders are you? Only the governor of Ondo State, Governor Akeredolu, was able to stand up to say, you know what, out of my state. Nobody stays in the forest reserve. Who does that? And why is Nigeria still living in 1942? As at today, day and age, people are still roaming around with cattle, chasing them with stick. And in fact, it has graduated now beyond stick. They now hold weapons. And the government is okay with it. And according to Nigerian constitution, it's against the law for anybody to carry any form of weapon unlawfully. This is not acceptable in any way, form, or kind. We cannot allow evil to prevail in our society. For when we keep quiet, then evil begin to grow, magnify, and become and be very enlarged. But when we speak up, it is nipped at the bud. It is quickly taken care of. But we all know that these are Buhari boys anyway. He will say nothing about it. Because up till now, Buhari has not spoken. But when the eviction notice came, Buhari spoke. He was having meetings with whoever he thinks he should have meeting with. Instead of addressing the Nigerians that came out to vote him. I've never seen such a government since I was born. Shame. My people, please leave us a comment. Don't forget to like us, share, subscribe. God bless you. Bye for now.